I'm Mike. I'm designer and owner of Fettler Design, a creative lighting and decor studio in Newcastle upon Tyne. Fettler mainly focuses on feature lighting, or specifically the shades that go around them. We cater for individuals and their homes, and also for the hospitality and commercial industry. On paper, it all looks fairly intentional. It definitely wasn't. I fell into my first job after doing a degree in design, and I was lucky enough that I had quite a lot of freedom in terms of designing a product range which I felt looked good and could potentially make the business money. A few years later, and a few years in industry, learning how to do things properly, I decided to revisit it. We had a lot of compliments over the years on residual work that I had around the house and in family members' homes. So we decided to revisit it when I left my day job, and 2 years later, we're here. I think generally our client base is really broad. We do a lot of market type events, so I speak to people face to face quite a lot, and I really don't think there's a correlation between price point or style or the size of the house. I guess the common denominator is that the people that care about their space, and that might be the office that they're spending all day in, or it might be their sanctuary, or it might be the bar they're building, the livelihood that they're trying to create, and that's what we're there to do. University would tell you that the design process is to research, and then research some more, and then do some concepts, and then research some more, and then develop those concepts and maybe land on a first draft and go from there. I think for me it's just more important to run with things, to take an idea and to just draft and create initial ideas or initial prototypes as quickly as possible. From that point I'm fairly sure if it's a rubbish idea or not, and then we'll just take it into further development if we think it's going to stick. So I would say that most of the designs don't really stem from a singular thought. I work fairly organically in the sense that it's a shape that I'll see, and that can be in the form of an existing product or a bit of architecture or in nature. And from that point, it's the most important thing for me is just to be able to play. That can be in 2D, or it can be in 3D, or it can be in terms of making a prototype and then playing with it further from there. But I think that's the important thing for me, is to, whatever form the inspiration comes in, then I run with that idea. If I've got something particular in my mind and I'm certain that I want to create something along those lines, then I might dismantle that concept further and analyse the shape and the form and what light it's giving out, or what space it's trying to fill, what customers it's intended for. But that's a bit of a last resort. Most of the time I'm just trying to work organically and it to just come from a place of play and enjoyment. I think what's important for me is that we're building a family business, and flexibility and balance with work is very important. So we're putting a lot of focus in working slowly, keeping the quality high, keeping the passion behind the products there rather than a production line. I would like to have more machining options. I would like to have more space and time to create what I want and work on new products. But equally, it's important that anything we change is running in alignment with the lifestyle that we want, and we just want to keep that slow working method in place.